Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Tight right.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. On the left side, this is Stills. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through. Pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. That's knocked away and incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Tight end right.
Drake off the give from Tannehill. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. He finds Yeldon. Yeldon fighting. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, It was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. He's going deep for Brown. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Over. No. Check, Patriots.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown as a member of the Ravens. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here come the Dolphins. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now here come the Ravens. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Gone! All right, now, look at
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He wide open, complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. From the gun, Jackson. Dancing, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Wilson snags it left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 27 yards. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Solomon Thomas in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Jackson looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. Flushed out right. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now T.J. Yeldon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more there and another first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Flush diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the gun, Jackson. It finds Crabtree for the completion. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Forced out to his left. He's going deep for Brown. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Jackson. Going to throw again. It's caught by Crabtree. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Gone.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Again, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Detroit! Gone!
They go play action now. Jackson. A right side catch by Crabtree. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Detroit! Gone! Detroit!
Now Jackson on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're able to return this one all the way up to the 45. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Lucky 56.
Play action. It's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Leopard! Detroit!
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. He may try and run for this. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line.
Detroit!
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. It's caught left side by John Brown. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead, and that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, 33 yards, and the Ravens will extend their lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Jackson steps away to his left, and he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. He got 29 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Ty Montgomery from 6 yards away. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Tony Jefferson able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. A good pickup there, a 22. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Tannehill now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the 1st as well.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Balaj. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Balaj punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shot.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. John Brown, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And got his man complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking that time for Stills.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Watch you now, Barney.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They go play action here on first down. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
319! 319! Check 55, Mike.
Play action. Now Jackson dancing to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Detroit!
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will make the lead now 26. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to play.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Tannehill. This will be caught inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. They'll go with a big back, Yeldon. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Able to convert on 4th to bring up first and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. Uses the spin. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Going for the deep ball. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.